What's up, Heat fans? This is your first ever Heat versus the World live reaction where we give our sort of live reaction to the latest and greatest Heat news on and off the court. Let's get it, Joe.
All right, man. So we gotta react to this Heat Pelicans beef because we'd be damned if we didn't. And bro, like I don't know, bro. We're just gonna get right into it because we got a lot of opinions about this one. So let's dive into this video.
Eight for the runner. Zion again. Oh, he airballed the putback. Zion Williamson has 4 offensive rebounds tonight. He got it back.
Okay,
Stop right there. Yeah. I figured you would. Go ahead. Get your stuff up.
I gotta ask you, how did you think about this? Like from a I know you can be unbiased with AK, but like, what did you think about this foul by Kevin Love? Since everyone want to be pissed about that.
I mean, it was routine. Like the boy just slipped. Like the way he put together, he top heavy. I mean, even when he in shape, like he just a funny built dude. So, like, you know what I'm saying? He kind of herk and jerk. Like he's like a always in fast pace Hunchback of Notre Dame type moving type dude. So he kind of like slouch and gallop at the same time. Like he looked like he walked, you know what I'm saying, tilted over like a chimp. Anyway, I'm not gonna go there, but what I'm saying is like just the way he moved, he's bound to have a lot. I mean, we've seen him play since college, and it just seems like the damnedest things happen to him on the floor. So to see him not necessarily awkwardly fall, but I guess to fall in that manner isn't something that isn't to be expected. That's one.
Right.
Two, it wasn't violent. Like it wasn't like K-Love forcibly threw him or forcibly nudged him or forcibly encouraged him, for lack of better terms, to the floor. But lastly, and most importantly, if you know what you're looking at, K-Love was actually trying to keep him from falling with such impact.
Exactly.
And to that point, I'm gonna let you touch on that. And to that, hey yo, wait a minute. What I said was flagrant. Hey yo. Anyway, to that point though, Zion actually acknowledged that. I want to say I can't remember who quoted it. And I wish we had that to pull up right now as well. Hey yo, Paul, that was crazy too. But Zion acknowledged that he don't think K-Love did anything with any vitriol, and he doesn't think that I guess it was, it was violent or negative or in a way that was trying to hurt him in any sort of fashion. So that's my thing on that. Now you were going to speak about K-Love trying to actually keep him from falling as aggressively.
Oh no, like I was basically about to say what you mentioned with what Zion mentioned in the press. Like he mentioned that he low-key had his back with it, and everyone knows, like you mentioned, we know the type of guy Zion is when he plays. Like you don't want him to just get an easy slam dunk, So Kev just tried to, make him at least try to earn the basket in any way he could. So shoot, if you're gonna go up for an easy bucket, like let me at least let you earn it, like how it is with any other player in the league. So he went up for it, and it wasn't even that bad when you look at those quotes from Zion. So overall, man, I mean, at least we can all agree on the fact that K-Love didn't do nothing wrong, which is why then we get into this next part of the clip, and let's just get right into that part. That push.
And tempers are flaring here in New Orleans. Oh no! Oh no! What just happened?
Hit pause right there, Joe.
1 second. Can I rewind a little bit? I just want to see, because I feel like I low-key didn't pay attention to Jović real quick. I got to watch that part, because that's low-key one of my favorite things in this video. Hold up.
I think they're going to slow it down as the video progresses, but either way, go ahead. Get your stuff off.
Oh, wait, I don't think you can. All right, never mind. Just rewind 10 seconds. Okay, say what you're going to say, Kay.
I'm not sure if they're going to actually show it as much as they should. I think they're going to slow it down if this is the longer version of the video.
So it's 4 minutes, 57 seconds.
Okay, cool. But go ahead.
All right, so continue or?
No, go ahead. Yeah, continue.
All right.
What just happened? Naji Marshall. Jimmy Butler. It all started with a Kevin Love foul on Zion. Oh, it's broken out again. Shooters to a haymaker of Thomas Robinson. Thomas Bryant, excuse me.
Okay, I have comments on it because here he is on the screen right now. I don't know what punishment they gave the Pelicans fan, but it better have been something. Because I'm not saying that the Heat fan that got ejected was innocent. Okay, I don't know exactly what it was he did, to be honest. But, I'm not going to sit here and assume he was innocent, just because I'm a biased Heat fan. But, bro, this dude was throwing stuff at the players. This dude wanted to recreate Malice at the Palace, for crying out loud, all right? And we don't see nothing about him getting ejected. Like, I don't know, bro. That don't sit well with me. Everyone trying to make fun of the dude that got ejected as a Heat fan. He got the last laugh, of course, because, we ended up winning the game. But there ain't no way you telling me that y'all not going to do nothing with this dude, but then y'all going to get rid of the other guy. Like, if he probably had a Pelicans jersey on, he probably would have still stayed at the game. But y'all wanted to keep him there when this dude was throwing stuff at the opposing team. And there was video, like, close up where they showed this dude, he threw this thing right there. And then, like, I think one of the cops or whoever tapped him and I guess told him to chill out. That's what I've been hearing. I don't know if that's completely true or if anything else happened extra. Hopefully he did get banned as he should. But overall, bro, I was just pissed off when I saw that because there's no way y'all eject the Heat fan, but not the dude that was actually throwing stuff. And like I said, I don't know the complete story of what the Heat fan did. So I don't know if he was throwing stuff too or whatever. I'm not going to anyways try to defend what he did because obviously I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe he did deserve it. But this dude right here, what the hell, bro? He deserved to be thrown out of this game at the very least. But y'all ain't even want to do that, man. Like,
I mean, here's the thing. I really didn't notice the fan interaction at first, and I was confused about why the Miami Heat fan actually got tossed. Do you have clarity about why he got tossed?
Nah, and like one thing I'll say though, like, are you talking about when you talking about the what you were saying first? Are you talking about this dude specifically over here? Like, you didn't catch it at first, or?
Well, not him. Yeah, I didn't catch any of that at first, honestly.
Because, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I was actually coming home from somewhere and I had the game on the radio. So the only reason why I knew someone was throwing stuff was because Jax was hopping on. He's like, oh, some clown over here throwing stuff, at the Heat and whatever. So I'm like, oh shoot, it's turning into something like that. And he was able to catch it, but apparently none of these Pelicans officials was able to do so. So that was how I heard about it. It was simply through listening to it on the radio. And then I was able to get home right before they announced like the ejections and all that. So I was able to then catch the replay and see it with my very eyes exactly what happened. But bro, like, y'all literally saw with your own eyes what was going on. And like, I mean, I don't even know if the refs have like the type of, well, you know what they do, because you see the players tell them, yo, get this dude out the game or whatever. So I don't know why they didn't at least try to reach out to an usher and tell him like, yo, this dude was out here doing all this. But I don't know, bro. It is what it is.
Well, because like, I guess when you look at this situation, they had so much going on from a player perspective, they really didn't, I guess, have the capacity to focus on exactly what the fans were doing. If the player interaction was minimal, then you're probably looking at a situation where all of that fan interaction is punished, for lack of better terms. But no, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm. So let's keep this going.
Oh, things have turned.
Full screen me, Joe.
Oh, my. Who's this guy? Jimmy.
Bro, they out here screaming, go back to Florida, man. I had to point that out real quick.
That's funny. That's funny. Shout out to the sideline for holding Bam back. He didn't get suspended.
Yeah, man. And I don't know, because he took them comments personally when it came to that whole little, he didn't defend Duncan in that Jaylen Brown situation. So he's like,
right,
y'all not finna come after me again this time. So
gotta defend my teammates.
Yeah. And I don't know, probably went, because I know Asia was at the game too. So I don't know if that gave him a little edge too, but that's for another convo. Let's keep this going.
Wait a minute. This tripped me out when Spo walked off right there. When Spo walked off, it was almost like, shit.
Like,
it was funny, bro. It was funny. Like when I saw him walk off, you know what I mean?
Because
he was like Jimmy gone.
Yeah, it's exactly that. Because like I think we was up by 16 or something at one point, and like the second Jimmy goes to the bench, everything just went wild, and it was like a tie game. So the fact that it's a close game and you're gonna have Jimmy out for these next 11 minutes and 19 seconds, bro. Like I know exactly how we're feeling, because I didn't know. I ain't gonna say I didn't have the guts, but like, bro, when you saw the way how everything kind of collapsed, the way how Jimmy went to the bench, that kind of scared you, because we in a clutch game situation and you don't have like your most clutch player on the floor. So
I'm glad we're getting into a little analysis on our reaction, because we're getting kind of surface with a reaction video. No, even though we love to get reaction videos because content is king, baby. But we deep here at the, hey, yo, what is wrong with me? I cannot do shows when I've had a sip or two, because I get real, like, come on, bro, I be living on the edge, bro, and I don't like that. However, all right, what I'm saying is they were without CJ McCollum from the first half due to that scenario where I think he stepped on Jonas Valanciunas' foot. So that kind of lost, not that Jimmy and CJ are the same player, because I think that CJ is a very good player, but his ability to impact a game or a situation, a playoff moment, is not as great, nowhere near as great as Jimmy Butler's. But what I'm saying is his impact to that team. They were already without BI. And I feel like when you're talking Zion Williams, you saw as that game closed what we're able to do to a player like him specifically, who counts on his girth and ability to drive the ball to, create for his teammates, especially when you got a guy like Bam Adebayo. A Bam Adebayo who excels at the same thing athletically, but is just bigger than he is. Which is strange when you're talking about Bam Adebayo, who's among the smaller big man, but makes up for with his activity, athleticism, and his know-how in defense, man. I just say that to say, without Jimmy Butler, I didn't feel extremely uncomfortable, because like they were already depleted. With Jimmy Butler, we should have continued to grow the league, even though, it's an NBA game, and with the 3-ball and the way pace works nowadays, honestly, I'm never surprised to see any team give up a lead. We're recording this on a Sunday evening here, not to give up too much of the good stuff, but I gotta stop. Anyway, long story short, the Phoenix Suns defeated the LA Lakers today, but at the same time, the Lakers continually pushed back to make that game close. I mean, within 4 or 5 points before the Suns could actually extend the lead on those games to get back to double digits and multiple points in that game. So you just look at the way the game is played. Without Jimmy Butler, they didn't have CJ McCollum or Brandon Ingram, so I think that just made things closer to even. I was never scared, but of course you never like to see your players get ejected from a game, because that's potentially going to come with further suspensions, which we've seen today handed down again on Sunday as we're recording this reaction video.
Right. And I'll say this, at least we won the game. So, I'm always for Jimmy getting his rest, because we're going to need him come playoff time. So I take this as God wanting to bless him. And if we can get that win against the Kings too, I'll take that as additional rest for him. So
I think that's cool though. We can get that win against the Kings, because like the Kings are fugazi, they paper soldiers, and they rely too much on their offense and not going to play defense. And when you talk about a Miami Heat team who can sometimes go in lows and scoring, a team that has a porous defense is exactly what the doctor ordered when you're speaking about having a couple of your top key guys out. You know what I mean? Like in Jimmy Butler. I mean, well, not a couple, but Jimmy amounts for multiple people when it comes to his impact on success. So yeah, when you're talking about Jimmy Butler not being there, when you're talking about Terry Rozier still being hurt, even though his status was upgraded based on the last injury report from what I'm seeing on the chatter wire. But I mean, I think we should get this win against the Kings, but that's neither here nor there. Continue the video if you're done.
Bet. See.
Story right now here in New Orleans in the fourth quarter of what has been an outstanding game, and things have just changed negatively and dramatically.
Boy, the thing that kicked this whole thing off, which was the foul on Zion Williamson, to me wasn't even that hard a foul here. I mean, this is just a.
Zion took it away.
Here's the wrap up right here. He falls down, and
it was not an overly hard foul.
It wasn't an overly hard foul, and this is. And you're going to see the choke right there, and that sets up off.
Hold up.
And this is.
I need to see something right here. Hold up.
Falls down, and
it was not an overly hard foul.
It wasn't an overly hard foul.
Wait.
And this is.
Okay, so it doesn't seem like he was trying to aim for his neck though. So I want to get that out the way real quick because I don't know. For a second, I thought Jimmy went for the neck, but it wasn't. So like,
oh, okay, no. Jimmy wasn't going for his neck. Jimmy was actually, I think, trying to just
shove him,
right? And it's in this area though. So like,
yeah,
so like, well, what is that? Slid. No, it's just like he's trying to push him, and it slipped. But at the same time, like. It seemed like that. And not only do I not like that, but I don't like the fact that people are freeze framing that one moment when Naji grabbed Jimmy pretty squarely there and had him, for a second or two locked up. And they made it seem like that was the whole incident. Like it wasn't that long. And as you will see further along in the clip, yeah, Naji Marshall continued to pop his stuff, but it was as he was backing up. But Go ahead.
Let's keep this going.
And you're going to see the choke right there, and that sets up off Jimmy Butler.
And why is he backing up, bro?
Full screen, Joe. Full screen.
That's the thing. My bad. Let's rewind.
You got see you got so into it that you forgot the full screen.
See the choke right there, and that sets up off Jimmy Butler. And all of a sudden,
okay. I gotta say it, bro. People just love to slander Jimmy, man, because how the heck do y'all how are y'all able to acknowledge? Because I've seen people tweet, oh, Jimmy like to act like this. After that whole Markeith incident that went down a couple years back, people were saying all types of nonsense. Like, oh, Jimmy's a fake tough guy. Oh, he had a chance to square up with Jokić, but then he didn't wait until minutes later to start acting up, right? And then he's over here like, pissed off completely, trying to square up. And then this dude completely backs up from Jimmy, bro. And then he wants to start acting tough when his teammates already clenched onto him and everything. And he's already like distance away from Jimmy, bro. Like, look, let me play this again one more time because this low-key pissing me off. 1 second.
Off Jimmy Butler.
Where you at, bro? Ain't nobody holding you back. If you really trying to square up, then instead of backing up, stay where you are and try to get a swing at Jimmy. Why not then? If you really about that, because all I heard is that this dude is a son of a boxer. So why not try to make your pops proud? I guess in other words, I'm saying go out there and take a few swings at Jimmy. Why not? Jimmy ready to fight, and apparently you ready to fight. I guess if that's how you want to act, so why not, bro? Like. I ain't never heard of Naji Marshall, so I don't know how good of a player he is. So I don't know. Call me a casual if you want. But, like, trust me, your team already got some good players. So if you want to get ejected 3 or 4 games like Bryant and Alvarado did, nobody's going to care. They will miss the games. They will find a way to win without you. So, come on, throw your swings at Jimmy, bro. Let's see if you really about that. But, no, he out here moving to the back, and let's keep it going.
And all of a sudden.
I'm sorry. I can't, I would actually like Naji Marshall if he came to the Miami Heat. But you can full screen the video.
All right. I mean, listen, he do seem like
he's a pretty good 3 and D-ish guy. Big body, can play the 3, 4-ish for you. But he was out of line stepping to a big dog.
Not too much praise though. Okay, come on.
I'm just saying, man. Come on, man. You talking to me? Come on, bro. He was out of pocket. He was out of pocket, stepping to a big dog. But I like the player relative to what he's gonna cost. He's the type of guy Pat can go give. I like what you did last year, but when you come in here, you got have that conversation with Jimmy because we ain't gonna pay you but $1.7 million.
I bet. Because I don't know. I didn't know where the combo was going. I didn't want to sit here and turn this into a Naji Marshall to Miami type video. All right, let's
brethren.
Let me see. Okay, there we go.
Pandemonium.
Hey, look at this, bro. Look at this. Now he trying to act tough. Look at the distance away, and his teammate. He know he ain't breaking that grip from his teammate, bro. Like he could easily break that grip and go out and do it. Well, actually, nah, I don't think he could, but especially because you got this dude over here in front of him. But you waiting now to start all of a sudden acting tough. You know, you got your man holding you like that, and now you want to start screaming stuff all the way to the side when you had a chance right then and there. And I'm just saying this specifically from a perspective that most fans usually call Jimmy Butler out for, you know, especially going back to that whole Denver incident a couple years ago, because y'all not finna call my brother a fake tough guy like that. And then when all of a sudden tables are turned and he trying to fight, y'all just want to completely change it up. Because I don't know how people then talking about, oh, he want to act tough when 20 people in front of him, when he was literally just going at it like he was at full charge, bro. It took all them people to keep him back. And then this dude, instead of trying to seize the moment or whatever, he just simply takes steps back, bro. I know I'm complaining about this too much, and this already 22 minutes in, but I had to acknowledge it because, like I said, y'all got to put some more respect on Jimmy's name because this is getting ridiculous. Anything you want to add, Kay, before we keep going? All right.
And look at Bryant and Alvarado at the top of your picture.
Oh, my gosh.
We'll be going for a potential flagrant. And then
no, I was so, because you know what, and I'm watching the replay and I'm like, you would really think they was just friends for a second. You know, you would think it was like how people was mad at Bam for, you know, laughing with Tatum and stuff. You would think that's what's happening here, because if you look closely and you see this going on, bro, it looked like friggin' Alvarado and Bryant are friends. You know, they're over there chilling, you know, like if without any context, doesn't it look like that, Kay? By the way, you on mute, by the way.
Appreciate it. My bad. Yes, it looks like that. However, if you
threw me off, bro,
if you see the body language, you can tell that Thomas Bryant is like, you little mother. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you know it, then you can see that that's a little serious. But from a distance, I can understand how you know what I'm saying, get like regular, but nah. Once they got close up, I was like, oh nah, I see that how that went. He was telling them the whole time, like, all right, little dude, like you don't really want what's going on over here because like I'm 3 times your size, and like I'm really about that. Like, stay over there, little dude. And then it popped off. I mean, because from what I hear, Jose Alvarado like that too. Like from what I hear, he with it. Like,
I mean, I wish I had my friend here because apparently she's known him for a long time, and like I don't know.
I was just about to say, hey, it's funny you say that because I know people that know people. Well, not know people that know people like that, but I'll put it to you like this: I know people that know Jose Alvarado.
I mean, so would they confirm that he got that dog in him and he can handle something like? Okay,
yeah, they would confirm that he got that dog in him.
All right, because the friend of mine was saying something completely different. So, but we could have a different debate on that if he was telling.
Well, Joe, you know me outside of this, so you know I'm a really different type of cat. Like when I talk about this, I talk about it from an angle of, and again, it's Benny Butcher got a song. I can't explain it. It's like I talk about things from a certain angle. From what I understand, he with it. That's all I'm gonna say, and I can't say like that. But I can't say much more than that, from lack of a better term. But I don't know. What your people say when they say he ain't got the dog in it?
I don't know, bro. I don't know how to really make that translation, but
okay, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, it's cool. So let's move on.
All right.
See them right there, right at the table. Alvarado and Bryant. Oh, and then
looked like Alvarado threw a punch
at Thomas Bryant.
Right, he had Billy Green standing next to him.
Did he throw the first punch? I did not catch that.
So the blow, they were moving around each other very gingerly. And like I said, Thomas Bryant is just a bigger human. So it's like he's gonna be imposing. And the blow wasn't serious, but it's just like Alvarado was doing a whole lot of flailing, for lack of better terms. And, in all of that, I guess the blow came from him because he thought that the movement by Thomas Bryant was probably a little too aggressive. Even though because Thomas Bryant is just such a bigger human being, Thomas Bryant can be doing some much lighter stuff and it come off like aggressive enough for Alvarado to respond with a blow.
Right. Now let's keep this going.
To help break it up, of course.
Wow. The NBA will be taking a long, hard look at every angle
That
of
pissed me
that
off
really
too,
ugly sequence.
And they did.
So
remember the harsh penalties for players leaving the bench here.
Naji Marshall over here.
All of this coming with 11:19 left in an otherwise outstanding contest.
I'm a Christian, guys. I can make that joke. And if you're not a Christian, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. But I don't care. Joe's a Christian, too, in case you're confused.
The officials right now, Sean Corbin and Curtis Blair, are on the headsets with a replay center taking a look.
Shout out Heat legend Cody Zeller, by the way.
Is he a Christian?
I don't know, bro. The way how he worked this dark magic against these couple minutes he played in the fourth quarter of Game 5 last year, I don't know.
Yeah, brother, shout out to him. Oh, he was on the screen. I didn't mean to bring religion into it to make it weird. It was just like,
with the Zion Williamson
steal. It just seemed appropriate to say, look, man, it's late on a Sunday night. We reacted to a fight. We're trying to bring some comedy into it.
Fouled Zion. And Zion fell down and took offense to it, which to me it was not a.
But I've been drinking.
I mean, it was just
so obviously I'm not
the preventing him from getting an easy 2 points.
Let's take a look at how the whole thing precipitated. Watch this. Zion takes it away. Watch the foul by look. Nothing flagrant, nothing nasty about it. Zion goes down and pops up, and everything went haywire. Jimmy with the
pause it right there. That's the key video right there. Jimmy had his hand finally on his chest. Pause. Mm-hmm. And what I'm assuming is Naji Marshall went to remove his hand, and because the video is slowed down at such a pace, it looks like Jimmy stopped or proceeded to stop around his neck area. When in all actuality, in real time, it was just Marshall getting his hand off his chest. And that's just where his hand got caught up at. But then Naji Marshall proceeded to go for Jimmy's neck and grab that man around the neck. And that's a different animal. And in that moment, which we're going to see as I'm sure we proceed through the video, because I remember this exact moment. Of course, we all do, as it was the big action of the game. Naji Marshall was then going to kind of like sneak attack Jimmy and grab around his neck on some, on some stranger stuff. So it really, I don't know. I don't like it, man. Yeah. Like, because I feel like as we both, you know what I'm saying, pointed to when Jimmy was about that action, boss, Naji Marshall was popping his little, but he was doing it on the back pedal like a good DB.
Mm-hmm. Let's keep this going.
You know, the Dolphins cut Xavier Howard. Maybe they could get Naji Marshall.
Yo, too soon, bro. Too soon.
I'm a Cowboys fan. Y'all know every episode I be drinking out my cup. I know y'all be shitting on us every time y'all get. So I'm taking look, brother. UD mean backpedaling along the sidelines.
Damaging clip of video.
I want to fight. No, I don't. No, I don't. I want to fight. I want to fight. No, I don't. I want to fight. No, I don't. No, I don't. I want to fight.
Anyways, y'all, that was that, bro. So before we wrap this video up, is there any final thoughts on UK, especially with these punishments that was handed out?
Look, man, it was bound to happen. Anytime, players leave the sidelines or get involved in the local football as they did there, they're going to be suspensions handed out. I think that when you look at Thomas Bryant and Jimmy Butler, as well as Naji Marshall and Jose Alvarado being the main four culprits involved in the physical altercations of the action, popping it off and then finishing it off, and then being the main suspects you could point to when you slow the video down. Two of the altercations that actually happened, well, the only two altercations that actually happened were between those four people. So it's just kind of what's to be expected. Actually, one game apiece for Jimmy and Naji Marshall is kind of light. I guess the Antonio Bryant and Jose Alvarado thing was kind of fair because they weren't even on the court, not involved in action, not only were they outside of their areas, but they made something out of nothing, I guess you could say. So that's fair. All is well that ends well. Look, it gives the Miami Heat something else to be motivated by. Now, I will say this. I don't know Tyler Hero's status, and I'm sure we're going to talk about that, Joe. Don't get up and do a backflip. Mm-hmm. But we're going to, see what this Miami Heat team has in the tank when it comes to being able to play without their best player. But as they always do, they tend to rise to the occasion because, as Spo always says, we have enough. So, all's well that ends well, man. Something to excite us. Listen, I'll say this. I guess this is the ultimate thing. When you think about the Miami Heat, was it shit, man, excuse my French. Was it last year where they had to blow up in Golden State?
No, 2022.
2022. Okay. Well, that was the event that sparked the run. You know what I mean? Yep. So, these things aren't typically bad for the Miami Heat. I'll say that. So, we're going to see what comes of this, man, but it is what it is, bro. Mm-hmm. I don't like what people say about Jimmy, but he ain't soft. And when playoff time come, I want him to keep that same energy, as they say.
Yep. And like Jimmy said, it's that time, bro. And people want to make fun of it because we ain't got the rings yet to show for it, bro. But I got faith in Jimmy, man. 22 is going to take us there, as they be saying it in the locker room. So
absolutely.
All faith in Jimmy.
Jimbo. That's Jimbo.
Yep. So, and also one last thing before we wrap this video up. Jimmy had his own way of taking this news. This was just on his Instagram. Jimmy Butler letting it know that it was actually Nikola Jovic's fault, not his. So there's that too. And
all right, I'm glad you posted that because I wanted to say something. I saw that, and I don't mean to state the obvious, but with the arms on Will Smith being light skinned and the arms on Martin Lawrence being a little browner, I think Jimmy should have swapped the faces.
I was thinking that too, but I didn't want to say nothing because I still thought the Photoshop was clear.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm African American. I can say it. So, I think that the light skinned brother should have been Nico, and basically, Will Smith arms match Nico face, and Martin Lawrence arms match Jimmy face. But whatever. When I first saw it, I imagine Jimmy has a person that he'd be like, "Yo, I need my face and Nico face superimposed on the Bad Boys movie cover. Do it." Right? And they just sent him something back.
Mm-hmm. Like this, and then you got all them things he posting on Instagram, the songs and everything.
Right, exactly. But yeah, man, all's well that ends well. I still think the Miami Heat get a win against Sacramento on Monday night. You already know how we do. The Spurs set's going to survive. Listen, for all we know, Terry Rozier might mess around and play.
That's true. But yeah, let's go get this win for Jimmy, bro. Let him go do his time. And same thing goes for Nikola Jović. And I got to say, I love the fact that he got that dog in him. I don't want to talk about too much because I know we're already 34 minutes in this joint.
For all the dogs. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just like my hoodie.
So, shout outs to Jović, and also a little love to Thomas Bryant too for throwing hands like that.
Hey, look, man. Hey,
might be his best highlight of the season, considering how
Chill
much.
Chill out, bro. That's
Listen,
a grown man.
I didn't mean it like that.
That's a grown man. That's a grown man.
I'm just
chill out. He's an NBA player.
I know, but it hasn't been an eventful year for him. So at least
y'all don't like Dwayne Dedman. Y'all don't like Cody Zeller. Y'all don't like Thomas Bryant. What y'all want? Wilt Chamberlain?
Bro,
y'all want Nikola Jović to come be the backup center for the Miami Heat.
I'm just saying, bro. At least
y'all want prime Shaq.
Eventful.
Geez Louise.
At least he did something eventful, Thomas Bryant, because Cody Zeller, Dwayne Dedman would never do it like that, So at least
we trying to trade for Sabonis and see if he want to be the backup center for the Miami Heat.
Why not?
Jeez. What do y'all think we're gonna get for $1.8 million? Jesus Christ.
Man, we'll see, bro. Maybe. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say DeMarcus Cousins just to be funny, but now that
he's moved past the NBA. According to him.
I mean, but aside from that, bro, like, who knows? Maybe if I don't know. Would you have taken I ain't trying to make this whole topic. Would you have taken Bismack Biyombo if he was out there?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, because like I didn't know, like that whole series against the Raptors still lives rent
We
free.
recorded a podcast, by the way, but go ahead.
Yeah. Aside from that, though, like all things aside, bro, this was a funny thing. I did not expect a 4-minute video to take us 36 minutes to react to, but all things
I mean, because your clicker be working on the pause button. Hey, look, man, this was a Heat versus the World reaction. Bear with us. We appreciate you for tuning in. Further videos and reactions will not be 30 minutes long. We promise. We'll try to keep them 10 minutes or less. But this is our first go around at it, man. And this was such an event that we just got it in. Joe, I mean, I don't know if we got any outro music. Whatever you gonna do, do it. Hit the button. Let's end it, man. You've already gone too long.
All right,
Peace.
Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time with a brand new episode of the Heat versus the World podcast.